And I'm Ricky Smith, owner of Buckbuster Seed Company. And what I tell people, food plots are important 12 months out of the year. Let's face it, most deer hunters, their interest on food plots peaks the day that deer season opens, and it ends the day deer season closes. But nowadays we're managing deer more on a 12-month schedule, and food plots are important all year long. And we're here, this is mid-March, and you can see all of the activity out here in the food plots from the deer. The cereal grains, they're getting kind of ropey, and they're not hitting that too much, but what they're doing out here, if you'll look, the chicory coming on strong, the winter peas, the winter peas have been mostly eaten out, but they're still in here, but the clover's going on strong, and they're going through and they're picking out the other ingredients, the rape's still in here. They're keeping it eaten down low, and they're still utilizing the food plot. But that's going to change because right here, this is I have this for a reason. This is a little haw bush, about 3 feet tall, and you see all the leaves on here, brand new leaves. They're high in nutrition. And right now, the deer, between now and mid-June, the deer have plenty of food. It's everywhere, natural habitat, but they're still utilizing the food plots because these are great places for them to come lay down. The wind blows, there's less mosquitoes out here than in the forest, so they still utilize these food plots 12 months out of the year. Now, in about June and July, all this green stuff on these haw bushes and all the rest of the browse is gonna get very woody. Very low nutrition. Right now it's very high in protein, it's brand new growth, they love it, but come June and July it's gonna get very woody, and that's when the arrowleaf clover and the chicory in this food plot is still gonna be here. So you're still gonna have food in this food plot in the June and July when the deer need it the most, and the natural habitat is not producing what they really need. So good food plots are important 12 months out of the year. Yeah, and you can see this is the crimson clover right here. Right now, all I see is the crimson. The arrowleaf probably hasn't come on. Arrowleaf clover is a summertime clover, okay? You're not gonna see it until June and July and August and September. And we had some footage of some plots last August and September that, man, they were pounding that arrowleaf clover in the summertime. But this is their red clover. It's coming on great. They love it. A lot more than white clover. I'm not a big white clover fan. I've never seen them really graze on white clover the way they do red clover or arrowleaf. And then this will go to seed. Good thing about crimson clover is it'll go to seed, and then every year you'll have a little bit more clover in your food plot. It comes back very, very well. So will chicory to a degree. And that's why I love the best wintertime clover, bar none, is Dixie Crimson Clover. Being Dr. Reed and Ray Aycock, and this is not a scientific study by no means, but we figure if you look at the biomass on a test plots at Idlewild, Dr. Reed, my mix, by the time it was planted until 6 weeks later, when he harvested, we had a biomass count. It produced over 36,000 pounds of biomass. Now, if you figure a deer eats around 7 or 8 pounds of browse a day, that's a lot of meals for white-tailed deer. 1 acre of buckbusters, a well-maintained buckbusters, will produce as much biomass and food for a white-tailed deer as up to 20 acres of native habitat. That increases your carrying capacity for your property. I mean, deer leases are expensive now, and you got to get the biggest bang for your buck. And so you need to have 10% of your food plot, of your property, in food plots. And look how much you can increase the carrying capacity. It means you can have more deer and you'll have better deer. If you want big horns, you want big deer, you gotta have food.